Welcome to episode 19.
19.
This is the Stitch Sham podcast. I am one of your hosts, Sham Phoenix.
And I am the other Stitch Early.
And we are back. Episode 19.
Yeah, man.
A lot of stuff going on in the world.
For sure.
Like, I was going to do like this long, drawn out intro, but I was like, let's just get straight to it. This NBA bubble is crumbling. I don't know if we're going to get a season.
Yeah, man.
I think we talked about it last episode. Mm-hmm. It's very dear to our hearts. We ball players. We want to see the season, but it seems like it's going to be more trouble than necessary.
Yeah.
So apparently they now have a snitch hotline. They tell it on people if you leave the bubble.
And so all right. So this is what I'm thinking. This is where like in their case, it's like I get it.
Yeah, safety reasons.
Because you go. All right, it's bad enough.
Yeah,
that we're already in the situation.
Yes.
So I'm already away from my house. I'm supposed to be. Mm-hmm. I'm away from my family. I'm away from everything that I love.
Yes.
To do something else that I love.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I want to do it safely.
Yeah.
And so if there's anybody that's gonna be causing me to be unsafe when I could just go to my house. If I'm gonna be unsafe, I'm gonna be unsafe.
I go to the crib.
Yeah, busting down filet mignons and things of that nature, not eating Lunchables and Capri Suns.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I get it, but it's just funny. It's just funny in the sense of it being a snitch hotline. Like I think it was what's his name? Oubre.
Kelly Oubre.
Oubre. He had he was like, yo, if y'all don't like the food, like you could always hit Postmates. And then I forget what player it was.
It was like, bro, you can't do that, bro.
No, he ordered food.
Yeah.
And I guess crossed the barrier to go pick up the food. Like it was on the facility, but he crossed the barrier and the league sent him a notice like, yo, you can't be out here. I think it was one of the Hornets players. Like,
wow.
I forget what team it's for, but he was like, yeah, hey, you can't be crossing that barrier, whether it's to pick up food or whatever.
Crazy.
And then the dude's mom tweeted and was like, I didn't bring you no food. So if I ain't bring you no food, you don't need to be crossing no lines.
His mom tweeting?
His mom.
It's so crazy because I think Russell Westbrook has just been he just tested positive for COVID-19.
Yep.
So it's like the players that you need to make this thing work, to make it exciting, because one, you don't have no fans.
None.
Right? And it just breaks down to the pure excitement of the players. Mm-hmm. And if they're the players that you normally have on TV that brings excitement, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Westbrook, DeAndre Jordan. I mean, Dinwiddie. There's other players from other teams that are not participating. Like this thing starts to look really like whack.
It's one of those things to where you go, like when you playing pickup ball, and you know how sometimes there may be a team that is like you look at the team and you go like, yo, they might run the court this day.
Yeah,
but all the games are competitive. Mm-hmm. Because for the most part, you want to get out there and have a competitive. So I know for me, sometimes like when you get on a team, and you look at the field and you go, "Yo, we gonna smash every single game." I'm just out here trying to get some run.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get out here. So when I look, sometimes I go like, "Man, it's gonna be some teams out there and it's dudes that ain't never had a wet jersey in their life." Like,
and then it's gonna make this championship and. Sometimes I don't know. I'm not, again, this is all conspiracy. I'm not saying that this is true or not. This is what I think and how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like they knew Bron was headed to another championship. So now they're going to put an asterisk on this one because the players that should have been playing aren't playing.
I agree. And I honestly feel that that's only going to happen if he wins it.
Yes.
I feel that
if anybody else does, it'll be like
if like
it was hard fought.
If I'm trying to think of a team, if the Washington Wizards win the championship, I don't think that people are necessarily going to put an asterisk on it because they're going to go, well, Giannis was playing, Bron was playing, Kawhi was playing, and the Wizards came out this joint balling and they took it.
Yeah.
But if Bron wins, it's going to be, well, KD wasn't there, Steph wasn't there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the people that weren't there.
It's gonna be stupid.
If a team that shouldn't win it wins it, it's gonna be, well, look at who was all still there.
Yes,
it's gonna be that. I see it already.
That's what it'll become.
Yeah,
and that's what it's gonna be whack. And I hope that Commissioner Silver just says, you know what, we'll try again next year,
like 2021.
Yeah, it's like
What it's
there's
gonna be
no
like,
reason that you can't like say like, because you got to think about it, college sports not happening.
Nope.
NFL is talking, but they don't know if it's going to work out. Like, just call it a day.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be as entertaining. It's going to hurt the brand. If we're thinking about brand management, it probably hurts the brand more to bring all these players out here. Some of them might be sick. Some of them haven't. You know, they're supposed to be testing.
Yeah.
Some players are not coming. It just is not going to be good for the brand. I think they should just call it quits.
I'm like, I think I'm more. I just want to see a game.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is not the sense of like, oh no, y'all gotta play.
Yeah.
But like, I just want to see what a game is gonna look like.
Okay.
Because
then if it don't look good, you'll be like,
because I think one of two things can happen. I think what you said can fully happen. Like it's one where it's just like, this just isn't entertaining. It's not. And then on the flip side of it, I go, man, but what about like those players that ain't never got that opportunity and they go out there and you find out
you find there's a gym. There's a gym there.
Gym in that joint.
Yeah, that could happen.
And he out here getting it. Like, you know,
that could happen.
In the sense of it could.
It could. That could happen.
And it's like, I just want to see a game, but I do agree. When you have a player like a Russell Westbrook, a player like a Russell Westbrook, you don't need fans.
Nah.
Because
he's going to give it to you.
He's going to give it to you.
He's going to give
you enough energy that you're going to be like, when Russ going to get the ball?
Exactly.
It's the energy of the fans doesn't need to be there for a player like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I do hope that, you know what I mean, he recovers, you know, and he is able to join his team.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll just, you know, bring something to it. But yeah, man, it's different.
Yeah, it's like,
it's different.
I feel like if this happened in the early 2000s, that I don't know. I don't know if it would be like, would I want to see Allen Iverson play in an empty arena with no fans? Like, would you want to see Kobe play in an empty arena with no fans?
So you know how they could potentially. If I honestly feel camera work, is going to have a lot. So the thing that it reminds me of is like battle rap.
Yeah.
So like I watch battle rap. Majority of the time when you're watching rap battles and stuff like on URL or RBE, you know, any of the leagues, there's fans.
Yeah.
There's fans on stage. You know, they got group of dudes on stage. It's mad fans in the audience.
Yeah.
And you're seeing these two dudes going back and forth. So, you know, he drop a line and the crowd is like, ah. Yeah. So the crowd experience, it adds to it.
Enhances
so
the total viewership.
Exactly. So when I see, when they started talking about, hey, we're gonna try to do some battle rap events, but it's not gonna be no fans. You had a lot of the battle rappers, and I think even me, just, you know, as a fan of it,
how's that gonna work?
How's that going to
work?
We need
ooze.
Where's the ooze and the ahs? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. It's like, you think about it like watching Martin on mute.
Yeah, you
they take, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when I started watching them though, it was actually like you got to catch a little bit more. There was less stoppage. It was less like run that back. But then you all, you know what I'm saying? So there were some things that were positives, but then there were also negatives. But then also like the camera angles and how stuff was shot also enhanced it, because it was like, yo, it's just gonna be these two dudes up here. We have to find a way to fill the room,
like to make it seem like it's more entertaining than what it is.
And so I think one of the things we talked about episodes ago was like, man, if they were to mic up players, like mic up multiple players, not just the stars, but mic up players, and just bring some different things to it, that while you're watching as a fan, you're like, yo, did you hear? He just told the coach, like, nah, hey, coach, I think we should run this. Then they ran that play and it worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, to actually be able to see that. So I think those things, but then I also think like how they film this.
Yeah, it could make.
I hope
make
that they're thinking about that. I hope they're thinking about like, man, how we film this, how we light the arena.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like all of those things. I just hope that it's not like just a fully like lit arena.
Yeah,
I hope that it's like the lights is on the because Overtime Grind did it.
Yeah,
but they had fans, but they did this thing where it was a 3-on-3. I think it was 3-on-3, but like everything was dark except for the court. The court was fully lit.
Yeah.
So it looked dope. So you knew there was fans there, but your focal point
it was just on the players. Like have you seen that there's this league? It's a I think it's like a co-op league.
Mm-hmm.
TBT basketball.
Okay, like TBT. Okay.
They've had some games on television.
Okay, yeah. They've had some joints on ESPN
where the crowd is dark and the court is lit a certain way.
Yeah,
and I think this is my thing. If they can pull it off and it'll be entertaining, then I'd like to see it.
But if it's not
going to be that, I don't want to see it.
Like I said, the first wrestling event that I saw, I remember turning and they was walking down saying, and it was nobody. It was nobody. Audience was like, "You hear me?"
There's nobody.
And it was just like, "It's nobody. It's nobody in there." So, I had to give it up to them because I was like, the ability to act like you're talking to people, as you're hyping yourself up to get to the ring, But we as the viewers can look and ain't not a soul in a seat.
They should bring if they can bring Spike Lee in
and just sit Spike Lee
and have him do the filming for the games.
Yo, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy, right?
That.
Yeah. That
I'm there.
tight.
I'm watching.
They be floating. They be like,
that would be floating to the 3-point line for a shot. And then they float out with some jazz playing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they bring Spike in.
Tight.
They bring Spike in for that joint. I'm there. I'm watching every game.
That joint be crazy. And then you gotta bring Ray Allen and he can play Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Exactly. Yo.
They gotta give him a fake fade.
You gotta get Shaq and blue chips out.
You know what I'm saying? All them dudes.
Out this
all them dudes.
But I do think that all of those things are gonna factor into the overall enjoyability of watching. I think for the players, I think anytime you step on a court and you're a competitor, no matter who's on the other side, you're there, you're going to compete.
Yeah.
You know, whether that level of competition lowers or heightens, you're going to compete to win the game.
And I think, too, with the NBA, I think because it's such a star-heavy league that we forget that there are other players that are really good. Like, if they played on any other court in America, they would be the best person on the floor. Mm-hmm. So I think that lends to what you said. Like if there's a chance that we could find a diamond in the rough, I watched this thing the other day because I just without having basketball, I've been just watching basketball related stuff. Yeah. So I watched this thing about the rise of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay. And how when he came in the league, everyone was like he all right,
he all small,
he's not going to make it. And then his body starts developing, and we start seeing this you got to remember that he was there during the time of Brandon Jennings, and the Bucks thought that Brandon Jennings was going to be the savior. Yeah, and they trade Brandon Jennings, and that's how they get Middleton because Middleton was in Detroit, I think. Yeah, Detroit drafted Middleton, so then he starts to become to that point to where people go, well, he's overrated. And he's not going to really become and now he's at the point where he's an MVP.
And it's
and we on draft night, I think I remember saying this. I saw they have the prospect videos and I was like, man, this guy, they're it's something there.
He long,
he can run, he can dribble. He's not really great shooting. He just hadn't got into
his he didn't have the
ball. He was I think he was 6'9", 215 when he came into the league.
Which is crazy.
Now he's at 6'11", 245. And he's
and solid.
He looked like a Greek statue.
Exactly.
And that joint is so crazy. And it's just, like you said, in areas where there wasn't a star, the Bucks didn't have a clear-cut star, someone came out of the woodworks.
Where you went.
And you're like, oh,
snap.
Man.
Like it was different people. Like even, when you think about and I'm not even sure if he necessarily, but like when you think about like a Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
Like outside of injury, when you see him, you was like,
but he walked into a situation where he could get some playing time.
Yeah, where it was like he could get playing time. Whereas if he went anywhere else and he was playing behind a bunch of people, he may not have got the necessary, you know what I'm saying?
Which happened to Tracy McGrady. And when Tracy McGrady got traded,
then you go,
oh
snap.
This
I
dude
didn't really, because I was focused on Vince.
Yeah.
I didn't know about, and then you see him go to Orlando and Tracy McGrady goes from being Tracy McGrady to T-Mac.
Yeah, and it just changes. So I think if that happens, if we find 2 or 3 players that we didn't know was like, oh, they just got their moment, then that'll be dope. I'll take it.
Siakam.
Yes.
Like how the moment happened and you seen Pascal go from like just this regular player to where it's like, yo, this kid he got something.
And
like,
the reason was, I think the NBA was different. They were putting people on the floor by position and not by like I want the 5 best players on the floor.
Yeah. And
those things have changed. So that's why I say I think what you said could likely happen. Because of the way the game is now.
So what do you so speaking of like positions and changing positions and things like that, what do you think about the Sixers moving Ben Simmons to the forward position? Like how you think that's
I like Ben Simmons having the ball in his hand.
Nah, I agree.
I think there's a lot of people that want to try to change Ben Simmons' game because they're trying to force him to have a jump shot. And some of that pressure is marketing pressure. Right? Because Ben Simmons comes in, he's highly marketable. And as time has spanned and we've seen that he hasn't really grown his game much. You don't really hear much about him. Besides,
you just kind of go.
You're like, oh, okay, Ben Simmons.
Like when you see him, and then when you don't, you don't.
And the NBA has gone to a more 5, like spread out type of offense. So if he plays the 4, then he has to be able to catch and shoot.
Yeah.
Or like he really don't have post moves.
It gives
I feel like they're just trying to like X him out because he's not gaining the jump shot like they want.
Because majority of the other point guards in the league, at least especially now, shoot.
Yeah, and they're small. They're smaller.
So it's like I do think in the sense of it is going to cause some like matchup issues for other teams, because I do think him necessarily he is a player that can guard. He can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So I don't think it's gonna really. I honestly feel that it might adhere to his game a little bit more outside of the ball not being in his hand.
Now could it be a mismatch for other 4s? It could be, but 4s are now undersized as well.
Yeah,
like a 4 could be 6'8", 6'9" now. Like
and 4s now do a lot more. Than you know what I'm saying. What so. I want to see it.
I just don't think the Sixers are going to win anything with Embiid and Simmons. One of them have to go. Just like Portland is not going to do anything with CJ McCullough and Damian Lillard. One of them have to go, and you got to get a guy who can contribute in a different way.
Yeah, I'm every time I see the Blazers and I see the Spurs, I'm so mad that LaMarcus Aldridge.
If LaMarcus Aldridge had stuck around, that would have been fine.
Had have stayed and just like allowed Dame to become Dame, and you're LaMarcus Aldridge, that would have been a problem.
They needed more defensive.
Would have been a problem.
They needed more defensively strong 2 guard.
Got you. Instead of
I'm not saying that CJ don't play defense, but he's a scorer, and sometimes having the ball, you're not going to. I would rather Dame have the ball.
Somebody that is more of a defender, than a offensive threat.
Like for instance, if Kawhi played in Portland, that would be straight.
That don't be crazy
because Kawhi don't really need the ball.
Yeah, because when Kawhi get the ball, it's straight to the point.
Yes.
Like Dame sometimes sets you up. So like Kawhi's like, let me get it and go. But the defensive side of things, and that's I think even when you have like Kawhi and then Kawhi has a Paul George or even man, I can't think of his name. defensive.
Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's not necessarily looking.
He's
to
not
score.
a scoring point guard.
He's out here to defend.
I'm going to stop the
and
scoring
I'm gonna stop.
point.
Exactly.
The scoring point guard.
Yeah.
And Paul George can catch and shoot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
he doesn't necessarily need to. Hey, everybody clear out.
Yeah.
I got to go to work. Yeah.
So those things like you got to think about. So I don't think that this is going to help the Sixers in any way. Mm-hmm. I don't even know who. I think they're thinking about playing Shake Milton at point.
That is who they're playing at point.
Yeah, and Shake Milton is like 6'6", 6'5".
Yeah.
So they'll still have a bunch of height on the floor. I just think that as long as Embiid and Simmons are on, it's going to be because Embiid needs the ball to be effective. He can't be effective without it.
And if he don't get the ball, he's not the player that's like, oh, I'm cool with not getting it. However, we got to win. We got to win. He's like, no, I need to give me the ball and get out of my way.
But like, the biggest mismatch they have is Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Because he's super quick. He's tall. He's got a great frame.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that hurts him is that he can't shoot. And that's the thing that makes it hard for him and Embiid to play together because he has to go to the basket and Embiid is already down there.
He's down there. I think Embiid needs a shooting point guard.
Yes.
Like Embiid would be perfect with like a Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be like the perfect combination.
Because like, so if Embiid steps out, who's rebounding the basketball?
Yeah.
There's nobody there.
Nah.
Right? And now he's spreading, and the NBA has gone to a more spread offense or spreading the floor. So could having Ben Simmons there at 4 help?
To where Embiid can now, it might open up that middle a little bit more to where Ben Simmons isn't running into it. The decision is kind of made ahead of time. Like, oh, Embiid, you going out to the 3-point line? I'm gonna be down here.
Yeah. So there's ways to work around it. I just don't have faith in the Sixers like that.
Yeah, I don't. The Sixers aren't going to be the same
Brett Brown
until one of them two. I don't think they're ever going to do anything with those two there.
And Brett Brown.
Yeah,
Brett Brown.
Now could a coach Phil Jackson that joint and come in and figure it out? They might not have that coach though. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that necessarily is going to happen with that coach and with those two. I just think that like one of them has to be somewhere else.
Yeah, and then I watched JJ Redick's podcast, and Jimmy Butler was on there, and he was talking about how Brett Brown coaches, and I was like, if that's what's going on, like you got way more changes that need to be made to take this somewhere.
Yeah. So I know one of the other things that I saw this week, I know it was on Apple TV, and then so when I turned on Netflix and was like, oh, this joint on here, was the Stephon Marbury documentary. I think it's a kid from Coney Island. I think that's the name of it. That joint was pretty tough.
This is the thing about Stephon Mulberry, right? Stephon Mulberry was the like only person I can kind of like mimic because they're from the same area.
Yeah,
he was the first with the Sebastian Telfair type allure, right?
Yeah.
Like he's in all the magazines, all the publications. Yep. He played really, really well in college. And he got to the league and he fell into like all the right situations until the Knicks situation.
When him and KG was together.
I still don't understand who messed that up in Minnesota.
Well, from watching on the doc, and I'm trying to remember on the doc they talked about it, and I think it had more to do with it was kind of like that Shaq and Penny type of situation, but more on his side. Yeah, in the sense of I think there was a rule or something that had changed in the league, and it might have been about the salary cap or something like that. This was after KG got his bread. Yeah. And so Steph is looking at it like, yo, I'm closing out games. I'm out this joint doing all the work. Yeah. When am I gonna get my just due? Yeah. And so I think that was something that caused that rift with them because they were cool in high school. Yeah. KG and Steph. They were cool in high school. So them playing together, like even one of his brothers was saying when I found that Steph was going there, it was like, oh, bet. Like, oh, they work together. Like, you know what I mean? So I think in the documentary, they go a lot into like even his family and like how his 3 brothers were real nice in basketball. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like I know a little bit about it just as like my mom is from Coney Island. So you know what I mean? Like my family kind of knows some of them, you know, from them growing up in Coney Island and stuff. But then they were talking about Ray Allen was on there and talking about like him playing Jesus Shuttlesworth and how Spike had kind of the movie He Got Game is loosely based on Stephon Marbury, and he played for Lincoln. Yeah. You know what I mean? So things like that. So it was dope watching that. And then just seeing like how in China, like Stephon Marbury is
he's the man.
Like, he's the Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? And then when you look at, I think, man, we can sometimes just as people suck. Yeah. Like in the sense of like Stephon Marbury, first off, he has the opportunity to sign with Adidas. He has the opportunity to sign with Nike. Yeah. And he goes like, nah, I want to go for a shoe company that represents me. Yo, I'm gonna sign with And1. Yeah. So he signs with And1. Yeah. Everybody loves it because it's like, yo, And1, this is Steph. Steph is from the Rucker. Steph is from, this is what he's from. And then he goes, you know what? I want to make an affordable shoe that, you know, you're not getting hit over your head with. Like, I don't need to make mad bread off of this. Yeah. Like, yo, but because, and they even said it in the documentary, because the shoe was $15. Yeah. I don't even necessarily think it had, like, was the shoe my favorite shoe, like design wise?
Some of the ones that didn't mimic, this I think is the thing that hurts him and Shaq. Yeah. They didn't have original designs. Yes. If they had original designs, I think they'd have been fine.
Because Shaq's shoe like always mimics like
the most popular shoes,
whatever
like
the popular
Nikes
shoe is out.
Jordans.
The Stephon Marbury shoe, it seemed as if it was a mimic of the And1 shoe. Yeah. It seemed like it was a mimic of that. Yeah. Whereas I think if he would have just went with, like even with, you know, a D Wade with, you know, where D Wade shoe doesn't necessarily look like another NBA shoe. So I think if he would have went that route, and then of course, anytime you put a lower price on something,
people tend to clown it
just
because
it's a lower price.
Stupid.
When like we use coupons and stuff to try to get the lower, and I think that's the part in my head where I go, we're looking for the 2 for $20. I used to love to go to Patapsco and get the dozen long tees for $25. Like
why wouldn't you want?
Why would you not?
Why would you not want your kids to
exactly
be able to still look okay, look nice, but have on
something that's less? Yeah. So it's like I think a lot of times in our community we equate the cost of something
to the value
or the quality of something. So it's like if you're not wearing a Jordan, because Jordan is the high price, Jordan is then, oh no, your shoe is whack. Yeah. You could have a pair of Air Force Ones on, but if it's not you could have a pair of Dunks. Yeah. But if it's not the Jordan one, it's like, what are those?
And it's funny because like I remember back in like 2000, I want to say like 8 or 9. Yeah. I wore some generic was it generic surplus?
Oh yeah, generic surplus. That was my joint.
So I wore some generic surpluses, and I had the ones that they took. They didn't do like all of the line detail of the Jordan 9.
Oh, so it was no. It was Gourmet.
Was that Gourmet?
That's Gourmet. Gourmet because Jordan put a cease and desist on them because they used to just do silhouettes.
So I had the silhouette on, right? And I remember I'm at the Boys and Girls Club and the kids they're making fun of the shoe, right? Yeah. So this is it lends to what you're talking about. So they're making fun of the shoe. Oh, you got this, that, right? So I tell them, I was like, go online and look this shoe up. Yeah. So they go online, they look the shoe up, and they go, oh, that shoe's $100. They was like, oh, that joint's kind of dope. And I was like, y'all don't think this shoe is dope. Y'all think that the price I paid for it is dope. Because you remember it was the Jordan 9, but they had like the side.
Yep, I know exactly which ones you're talking about.
And I remember they looked at those and they were like, oh my God, you're trying to. And when I told them to look up the price, then they were like, oh, these kind of tight.
And that's what, and I think that's what it is all the time. Like I'll wear shoes and wear them out and be like, yo, what's them joints? Oh, them joints is crazy. Like them some like Versace joints. Be like, nah, son. Like I got these $30.
Yeah.
Zara, you know what I mean? Like,
oh.
and it'd be like, oh, okay.
What's up,
Jones
what's
stuff.
the site?
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things to where I think if we can get to the point to where, like, I know with my kids, hey, you can go to your grandparents for all that.
Yeah,
like,
and we don't provide that.
I won't be providing that.
We had this conversation about that.
Remember, we had a conversation.
Days ago we talked about that.
I think because I know with Malachi, because he's always seen, I've never owned a pair of Jordans. Like in my life, I've never owned a pair of Jordans. I bought my brother a pair of Jordans, the Georgetown joints, when we lived in Japan. That's the only Jordan I bought, and I bought those for him. But it's like, and not even because I don't like Jordans, it's just that if I'm going to pay a certain amount for a shoe, I don't want 50,000 other people to have the same shoe.
It is 100.
Yeah, if I'm gonna pay, I think the most I paid for a shoe might be my dang, and now the name, my Cloud Strikes.
Clearweather.
My Clearweather joints.
Yeah, those are dope.
Like those are probably like the highest price I've paid for a shoe, but I can also look around and go, don't nobody got this, because most people don't even know about the company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's one of those things, and that goes from those being high price to like when we get the Greats joints or the Zara joints, and them joints is lower price, but just a lot of people don't know about the company, so you're not looking around. But if I'm gonna spend a high amount on a shoe, I don't want to walk outside and look and be
everybody
like
everybody else with the sky blue,
everybody on the
North
block
Carolina blue, Jordan.
Yeah,
ones
you know what I'm saying? Everybody got the foams on, like, you know what I mean? And that's just, and I think because he's always seen me in some other type joints, but still like, yo, dad still be fresh, like, and I don't even know what those are.
I remember.
I live when I say what are those, is because like I really don't know.
Really know.
I really don't know.
Yeah, like I remember. Jamar had the PF Flyers on.
Flyer joints,
and I was looking at it, I was like, man, those is dope. So I went and I found the mono pack. It was like a solid maroon, a solid tan, and
like navy, right?
And like a solid navy.
Yeah, I remember.
And I bought all three of those, and I remember like wearing them. And my kids were like, "Are those Chucks? Like, what is that?" And I was like, the PF Flyers from, I was like, you ever seen Sandlot? And like I showed them the Sandlot movie, and like from that point on, they were like, yo, I'm gonna give me some PF
Jones
Flyers.
Is tough. Like,
and I think it lends again to the thing you said, like we'll only go for what is taught to us. And like for me, when I was growing up, my mom didn't have a whole lot of money, and so I had to make do with like whatever I could get at Rugged Warehouse. Rugged Warehouse.
Yeah, Rugged Warehouse.
That joint used to be the gym. So I had to make do of quick fit.
Like, quick fit.
You know
we might have a hole in the back of the pocket.
But if you can cover that Jonah, you had that the irregular. Remember the irregular Jonah?
I'm gonna just fold this Jonah. I'm gonna just fold this Jonah. It's like, nah, that's how you rock it.
Yo. So
but it is taught.
You know what I'm saying? It's a taught thing. So for me, my individuality and my creativity came from a place of not having the money. Like I got clowned in schools, like 6th, 7th grade. And I got clowned bad because I didn't have I didn't wear Jordans. I didn't have no Jordans.
My parents ain't that. Like my dad being in the military probably would. So like my dad used to go to Korea.
Yeah.
And like when he would go to Korea, this when we lived in North Carolina, when he would go to Korea, he would come back like with Nike sweatsuits and stuff. And that they was making them over that joint.
That's where they were.
So he would come back like, and so we would have like the velour Nike sweatsuits, some like Fila's and stuff. But we never had. It was never like it'd be like, where'd you get that from?
Nah, they was like
it was never.
It's skeptical.
Like this is a 101. Like you can't get this around here. You got to go to the other side of the world.
My mom used to go. There was these guys that came from DC. In Baltimore, they would come to Frederick to sell, like I
remember they used to do that joint on 40.
Outright,
they would lay them joints.
Yeah, they would come and sell. So like they would have like the fake Nike, the fake Fila shirts, and my mom would get that stuff because she was like, that's the closest thing I can give to you to the real thing. I can't really buy you a real Tommy Hilfiger shirt. You're gonna have to wear the fake joint.
You have to rock the fake joint, but I'm gonna get you one. But see, even the crate. So this is the crazy. So like, there's an episode of Atlanta, right?
Yeah,
where he go to the thrift store with his mom.
Remember.
And he get the fake FUBU joint. And he get to school and another kid has on the FUBU joint. So now the whole thing is them trying to figure out who has the fake one. Who got the fake? Who got the fake? And the Asian dude wasn't there. So they couldn't find out who got the fake joint. So, and it goes back to like even individuality in that, in the sense that even with the stuff that like my dad would get from Korea, no one else had it to be able to say whether mine was real or not, because they don't sell this over there.
It's a 101.
It's me and my brother is the only two people with this.
Yes.
And maybe my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody else. So because they in Korea, they was on some like Dapper Dan. Like I remember having the one that I vividly remember is like the black Fila joint.
Yeah.
With like the leopard on the cuts. Like on the cut.
That joint probably was hitting.
You know what I'm saying? That joint was hitting. I had the black feelers on. Yeah. It was like, oh, that joint hitting to me. Everybody else was like, what is that? What do you got on?
Yeah, even like through high school, like I think we got by a lot of times because you were making custom stuff for like you would take some jeans that were like they weren't expensive jeans and put paint all over them,
splatter the paint
and match my shirt. And then all I got to do is the money I would have spent on a jean and shirt, I can now spend. I can put the extra $40 into my Air Forces.
I can go with Air Force, and then I remember
when you just paint the Air Forces.
When my Air Forces started, like when the front started to crease, I would take those same splatter jeans. I had a pair of Air Forces at the house that I had cut up. I would make patterns out of that joint, and then I would fabric glue.
I remember that
fabric onto the check, and the fabric I'd be like, oh, you got you some new joints? Nah, these the same
We
joints.
got by in high school strictly off of rocking stuff that you customized for us.
Yeah, like that joint is crazy. Like
So then it wasn't a matter of like, oh, you don't got the expensive stuff on. It's like you just have on something different.
And this shirt could have been this was my old black shirt that started to turn gray, and I'm gonna throw something on it. And now that joint look like a brand new tee.
And Baltimore saved our white tees.
Baltimore,
the white tee, explosion,
and Marc Jacobs.
It saved our lives because, like, if the rappers hadn't done it, if the rappers hadn't made Air Force Ones and white tees,
D4L,
oh man, we would have been short, bro.
Yeah, because like white tees was like I said, I used to go to Patapsco. We would go up that joint on the weekend, and we would just cop
up.
We would just cop dozens of white tees, dozens of black tees. I would come back. Yo, what you want on your joint? Got you. What you want on your joint? Bet. Got you.
That joint, that definitely helped.
To where you get 10 outfits. Like, you know what I mean? And nobody's gonna clown because it's not Nike, but you don't got this joint either.
Yeah.
Like,
and then like the other thing that I did probably like 16 to 17, like after I started working, I would go to it's not even there anymore, which is crazy. The Nike outlet in Hagerstown is closed.
Oh yeah, it is.
So I used to go to the Nike outlet in Hagerstown, right? And I go directly to the clearance rack, and instead of buying like the Jordans that were like 112, I get like a pair of Nikes for 29, a pair of Forces for 36.
Get you a few pairs.
I give me a few pair, right? Because that was the other camouflage was if it's not expensive, I'll just wear something different every day. And then you'll be like, yo, this dude got on, he clean and he got something different every day.
You can't point out.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't ever wrap your mind around.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I've been looking at these Nikes. And it's honestly even better than, I remember when Jamar he had bought these fake Jordans. And he was at Charlie's downtown.
Yeah.
And I think it must have, I don't know if it rained or something, but like, the red on it started to run, so the red wasn't really red no more. It was more like a fuchsia.
Yeah,
like and some dude saw them Jones was like, man, them Jones is fakish. While he was in line waiting for his food,
I know he was like,
and now you gotta finish waiting in line for your food.
Let me get out of here. I don't even need no chicken.
Man, that joint is hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Like, but yeah, so it is one of those things like.
I had a bunch of fake stuff in my time frame. Though.
Yeah, man.
Now that I look back, like my mom, she tried.
And when you get the polo assassination,
like what is that?
The polo.
Your horse is real big.
It's real. You got the real big.
Like why did we allow that to happen?
But I honestly, it's a parent thing. So so for instance, my parents are from New York. And I'm not necessarily saying that it's because of where your parents are from, but my parents are from New York. My parents come from the gold chain, Dapper Dan.
Yes.
Like my parents have had Gucci outfits. my dad gold chains. Like I have pictures as a kid with my uncle with his gold chains on and watches and stuff. So their era, that 70s into 80s hip hop era generation, it was all about the flash. It was all about that taking pictures in wicker chairs. Oh, we going to the club. Like it was that whole thing. So then when you get your kids, I have pictures of me in Lacoste outfits. And like I said, Nike sweatsuits from Korea and stuff like that. Our parents always was like, yo, we're gonna make you, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna look at a young age. Yeah. And then as you get older, when life starts to get real for them and they go, oh, this kid getting big now, but I really can't afford the polo.
Can't do that.
But so I think in their head, their next best thing is to get the next best thing. Well, I got polo, like this look like polo.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
So it's kind of like it, you know?
Because like I feel like now, like I don't press my kids to wear name brand stuff. Yeah. Like I let them wear whatever they like. Malik went to Walmart and found an NBA t-shirt and he loves that shirt.
So it's like if you like it, my dad got Malachi some shoes from Marshalls, some Nikes from Marshalls. Yeah. They ain't no name brand Nike. They just a Nike. They just a Nike.
Like Nike made it.
And he rocked them joints like it's a pair of Jordans. You know what I mean? And so I do think that it is about how you also as parents raise your kids, because there are parents that's like, nah, he gotta have J's on. Like he gotta have this on. So when the kid grows up, it's like they either go one of two ways. They go like, man, I don't really like these joints. Like my parents just be buying them for me. Or they go, nah, like if it ain't this, then I ain't wearing it. Yeah. Until you start having to buy it for yourself. So it's like I like him being able to have the option that if he does come to me and goes, hey dad, I want this particular shoe and it is a higher price shoe. My thing is always about it's less about money, it's more about quality and what you do. Yeah. So my thing is like I tell him, yo, I see you just be dogging shoes. Like I got shoes from 10 years ago that I'll show them to and you'll be like, when you get them joints. Yeah. So because I take care of my stuff, my thing with him buying him shoes isn't even so much about the price of the shoe. Yeah. It's about what's going to happen to that shoe after it gets bought. Yeah. And my fear is like, when I buy you this shoe,
you're going to destroy it.
You're going to destroy the shoe. Yeah. Like he used to wear I wish I could show you, because he used to tie them joints like a pedophile. Like he used to tie them joints, you know, that came out. You know when you see the shoes,
you got them where them Nike Monarchs, and they be the eyelids be touching.
The eyelids on each side is touching, and I'm like, why? Why is? My words to him was, I bought him a pair of shoes. Yeah, I said, like, please let these shoes be virgins when I see these joints. The two sides of your shoes do not need to be touching. There needs to be no intercourse between the two sides of your shoes. Don't let me see it. If I see it, I'm taking these joints and I'm trashing them. And so mine's is more about seeing what he's going to, like, oh man, can he take care of this? Yeah. Can he take care of the responsibility of, yo, my dad just bought me this shoe. He spent money for it, no matter whether it was $20 or $200. What are you going to do with it? Yeah. Once I see, oh man, okay, you taking care of your stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, then I don't have no problem saying like, oh, you want those? All right, cool. Cause I don't do that all the time. So here you go.
Yeah, like so I have 3 kids and they're all different. Where like Nasir only wants expensive Jordans. Yeah. He don't care about outfits. Yeah. He don't care about his look at all.
Just like as long as my feet
like
look good.
I could look like some straight trash all the way down to the $200 sneakers I have.
Like
Kimara is a very balanced person. Like she likes different types of things. Yeah. I think she lends a lot from how I think she watched me.
Yeah, got you.
Cause she has more of my fashion sense than she does her mother's fashion. Okay. Like
she doesn't mind to do different
likes
things.
Sneakers. Yeah. Where Kia wasn't a heavy sneaker wearer. Kia like boots and stuff like that. Yeah. Kimara is a very sneaker heavy windbreaker.
Got you.
You know, jeans type of. So, but she can put things together with just about anything. It doesn't have to be expensive.
Got you.
Malik only wants expensive shoes for one thing, and that's basketball. What I wear throughout like school year, He does not care.
It could be shorts, like,
Yeah, he do not care.
Well,
it don't even got to match.
I'd be like, is this my kid?
You be like, this don't even match, bro.
We're about to go
leave.
out. Like, you're wearing that? And he's like,
said that a million, like,
and they give you the look like,
what's up? I got
you're not even you at least you're not even gonna iron it?
No, they don't care.
Like, oh no, it was in the dryer.
Like Kimara, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Like if I go, Kimara, we going somewhere and we gotta go. When Kimara comes out, I'm be like, oh.
I don't gotta say nothing to you.
Malik, I'll be like, bro, you got on red shorts, a purple shirt, orange sneakers.
So let me ask you this. He always looked like he about to go play basketball.
All the time.
That
like
is
pickup
Malachi.
ball. Not even organized basketball.
Malachi
looks up
like
basketball.
Like he is going to play basketball at all times a day. And I just be like, dude, like we about to go eat. Like
you can't look like you about to check it up.
What is you doing right now?
Like we're gonna get a check, but you're not gonna check it up.
Yeah, man. And I think for me, that's the thing whereas like Michaela, even though she's 3, I think it's gonna be a mixture.
Yeah.
Like Michaela will put some sneakers on because she always will randomly just come downstairs. She goes into her room.
Yeah.
She gets
stuff to right.
She'll get dressed. Right. Some days she
good.
knocks it out the park. Yeah. Some days she comes and it's like, I ain't even think that was gonna work, but that works. Up. That's what you wear today. And then some days it'd be like, I don't know what you was thinking.
Why?
But she's like, I'm a princess. So she'll wear a dress with anything. She'll throw on sweatpants and then put a skirt over the sweatpants because she's a princess. So she gotta have a skirt on. Like exactly.
I feel you.
And I'd be like, hey, do your thing. So I have to, anytime she's getting dressed, I have to like, oh, so we gonna wear the skirt like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like we'll wear that tomorrow because like we going to the park.
Like that Bumblebee outfit you sent me? That was hot. I was like, yo, she put that together herself?
Because Kia bought the Bumblebee outfit. So the Bumblebee outfit is in her room. And that was just like a Halloween.
Yeah, like she threw that together though.
And the one day I remember Tanisha got her fully dressed. So I'm sitting waiting. So Tanisha's getting dressed. She's finally dressed. So all of a sudden, Michaela comes downstairs and she has a totally different outfit on.
Not what
Tanisha put on her. So she has on, I gave her some socks to take to her mom.
Yeah.
She put the socks on.
Yeah.
She put her shoes on. She put the Bumblebee bottoms on. She already had a black shirt on, and then she put the Bumblebee ears on and came downstairs like, and I was just like,
it works.
You know that's not what your mom put on you. And then so Tanisha came downstairs and saw her. I was like, this what she said she wearing. And it worked. So it's just like, all right.
Do you feel like because we came out of that era where everything had to be like on point and the pressures of that, do you feel like you kind of lean back on that because of growing up in that era?
I think some of that, like when it comes to like, hey, if we going out or something like that, I like the family to be in unison and things of that nature. But like on a regular day basis, if you catch me, I'm probably sweatpants, basketball shorts. Yeah. It's just that my sweatpants or basketball shorts might just look nicer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like t-shirt on a regular day. And there's even a sense of like, all right, does this, even when I look bummy, it's still like, oh, but that's still fresh.
It's still together.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I've seen you when you're just like in a whatever, but your whatever is still like, oh, that joint still go. Like if you throw on a different pair of sneakers, oh, that you killing it.
You can walk to the store.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
killing it right now. Like
because like I feel like I've fallen back on it. I used to be really heavy on it, but I feel like I don't want to stifle who they want to become. Right now, my oldest son's head looks crazy.
You don't look like Black
but
Cheetos.
He seems to be comfortable with it.
Yeah,
and even though I dislike it,
he's like, and when he says comfortable,
like it don't matter.
like comfortable.
Yes.
Like to where I think maybe the first time, like when he first started it, I don't even think it started as a thing. I think he just stopped getting haircuts.
Yeah, he just was like, I
remember like being like, you gonna go to where when I saw him this past weekend, it was just like, what up, yo?
That's not serious.
That's him.
That's you. And do I complain about it? Yes. Do I offer? Like I just bought some new clippers. I was like, bro, I will cut it for you.
Got you, kid.
But I feel like he's comfortable in whatever skin he's in right now. Yeah. And so as a parent, I have to be like, do I really just need to complain about his hair all the time? Like, even my mom will complain about it. But I'm at a point to where I'm like, yo, like, let him be him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I do think that in that, man, I forgot it that quickly.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was just about to say.
Just let him be him. Let him be him.
In the sense of them being them, it's like they kind of start to formulate their identity.
Yes.
Yes. And that's what it was.
Yeah.
Even when we were young, yo, son, I had the box.
Mm-hmm.
I had parts all in the side of my joint. I had the crisscross braids.
Yeah.
I done had all types of Gumbies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I remember cornrows, all of that. Like, being my parents even not liking it. You remember when my joint used to be
your
out
mom
here,
was be like,
and my mom used to hate
I
that
wish
joint.
you get that mess done.
If you don't get it braided, I'm cutting it.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? And so like I remember those times. So like with him, I remember when he had his hair on, my thing was just like, yo, just take care of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just wash it every once in a while. You know what I mean? But I do think that you can kind of sometimes stifle even their creativity and their identity when it's just like, no, you're getting your hair cut and this is how you're getting your hair cut.
I want society to accept you. So you need to change it. And and the reality is society should accept however I decide I want to be.
Exactly. However you decide that you want to be, they should look and go, okay, no, I can look past that. You know what I mean? So I remember he used to get parts all the time. And so when he came, Tanisha was like, are you going to get a part? He was like, no, I don't do that no more. Yeah. So like, who would I be? Like, nah, them joints look tight.
Yeah.
You going to get your part. Like, nah, like do what you feel like doing. Like right now I'm growing my hair out. Yeah. I don't want to get a haircut. I'm good. Just give me a shape up with a taper. I'm straight. Yeah, I'm out here. Cornrows some week. Yeah. Some weeks is twist. Like it's just how I feel that week.
Yeah. I think that I like it. I like the way, I can't speak for all kids, but I'm starting to see most kids kind of fall into the same thing. But these kids don't have that, like, I have to be in the most fanciest stuff ever. Yeah. They'll be like, yo, I got on some sweatshorts, tie-dye t-shirt, some black socks, and some Nikes that don't match anything I got on.
They don't
and
mind
I'm straight.
Yeah, they don't mind hand-me-down.
Nope.
Like Jace gave him a pair of kicks, gave him a pair of KDs because Jace was like, yeah, I don't wear these joints. I got a new pair. Yeah. He's like, you want these joints? And just gave him a pair of KDs. He was like, sure. Oh, sure, I'll take them joints. Like, I'll wear them. Like,
I definitely dig it.
So it's dope. I think just having kids and like seeing them grow up, because like low key, like Malik and Malachi have grown up together.
Yeah, to some degree.
To some degree, in the sense of, you know, when they do see each other, you know, on the summers and stuff like that, they've grown up. You know, they're only a year and some months apart.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? Like a year and what, like maybe a year and a half apart.
Yeah, because when was Malachi born?
In September. So 05.
05.
Because Malik was born in 13. So he was born in 07.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's like a year and maybe
so
like 9, 10 months, something like that.
Yeah.
Because he'll be 15 in August. Yeah. So so even within that, you know, them being so close in age and things, and kind of just seeing them go from young. Yeah. And now like they're teenagers. Yep. Like they're gonna be like graduating soon, which is like crazy. And it's like I remember first steps and all that. Seeing Nasir, when I see Nasir, and I'd be like, you know, you look at me in my face, like I was there. I was the person like holding your hands when you took your first steps.
That joint is crazy.
Like I remember that joint. Yes. East 4th Street. You taking your first steps, I'm holding your hands, and like, oh, Snappy walking.
That joint is crazy.
And now, like, you're looking me in my face, like, "Hey, what's up, Uncle Lorenzo?" I'm like,
"All right,
oh, okay, that's just
so like so much so that like you're not the cool guy anymore."
Yeah, it's not that. It's just
not
like
the cool Uncle Lorenzo. That's just Uncle Lorenzo.
That's just him.
Like it used to be like, "Oh, that's
like
Uncle Lorenzo."
Yeah, like he might be cool to y'all, but that's just Uncle Lorenzo.
I know.
I get the regular responses to there.
That joint is so crazy, bro.
Yeah,
like.
Only time Nasir get jealous is when me and Malik give dap.
Oh
because we actually have a handshake. He'd be like, "So we just not gonna
doing it." Like you don't even be coming around, bro. Yeah. Like Malik be with us.
Yeah, Malik be around. Like
Malik be with us.
Exactly.
Like he drove to Alabama with us.
Exactly.
Like he be hanging out. He be kicking. But that's the thing, though. I think a lot of what Malik has picked up on. Has been from the perspective of sitting behind us.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right? Like a lot of his logic and processing, I'd be like, man, that's something I would have said or something
and
like.
just even how he, like you said, how he moves,
even how he
and
moves
how he dresses and stuff like that. Like when I see Malachi, there's times where I look and I'll go, man, if you don't go upstairs and change, like I'll think it.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like,
you know,
yo, we just run into the store. Like,
you be all right.
You be all right,
you
man.
good.
Like, literally, it could be, as long as he got socks, slides, basketball shorts, and a t-shirt, life is great. He's straight.
Like Malik doesn't ask me for, this is the only thing Malik asks for. Battle passes, a couple dollars to get something from the store.
Yeah.
He doesn't come to me like, I need the J's. He doesn't come to me like, I need all of these type of clothes. Like whatever I get Malik, he'll be like, oh, this is tight. I'm gonna wear this.
Yeah. Anytime Malachi asks me for clothes, I know his mom said something to him.
Okay.
Like I know his mom was like, oh, you want a pair? Hey, ask your dad, see if he'll get them. I know it's that. I know it's not him going. So even like because he runs in the morning, like I went. Yeah, we went to I think we went to Marshall's and they had a pair of Adidas boots in there. Yeah. And so I bought him a pair of running shoes. Yeah. Because I was like, nah, so that when you run it, you don't have to like put too much on your basketball shoes. You could just have, but he wasn't like, hey dad, can I get he don't ever ask for nothing. It just be like, so I'll get him stuff just off of, hey, we're gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get you, you need a sweatsuit. You need, I'll get you what I think you need. Yeah. More than him coming to me saying, hey, I
want this. Now, every now and then, like if we're in the store, Malik will bring over a t-shirt and be like the NBA t-shirt he found at Walmart. It's like the dry fit material. Yeah. Like he brought it over and was like, yo, I gotta wear this.
Can I have this?
And I was like, all right, it's $9.
Yeah.
Cool. Like,
no problem. You don't be asking for nothing.
Yeah, I'm saying, I was like, and like he's super excited about it. Like he's like, I'm wearing this shirt all the time. Yeah. And he does wear that shirt all the time.
Nah, so now and like he probably love that joint.
Yeah, he love that shirt.
It's my shirt though. Yeah. But I wanted it, So it's like now it's more or less, I think what I've been trying to show him is like, okay, you're getting to the age now, like 15, where you're gonna be wanting a lot more things. Yeah, you're gonna be, because your friends are gonna be doing a lot more. You in 10th grade, you're gonna be moving and shaking a lot more. So it's like now you have to start thinking about wanting to have money in your pocket. Yeah, like your own money. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so like I remember when we lived at the other spot, Malik would come, cut the grass, like So just I think even us teaching them those things, like there's ways to. So like today. Like he about to make a quick buck. Yeah. Like he's washing his aunt and uncle car. Yeah. His nana's car. Yeah. And then one of Stacy's friends that came by.
It was like, so you wash the
cars. And she was like, oh yeah. She was like, BLM, I got you. Yeah. She was like, come through, you can wash my car, you can wash my daughter's car. Yeah. And so he was like, hey dad, can I go, can we go to the store so I can just get some more supplies? And so I'm like,
I'm down for that.
Let's go.
I can do that.
We can go to the store and you can purchase, because I was like, you can use my hose, you can use my vacuum, and you can use my bucket and everything. He was like, yeah, I want to get some stuff for the tires and some stuff. I was like, here, let's go to the store. We went to the dollar store, got his stuff. So that's where he at right now. I was like, yo, you gonna make you a quick buck, and then they might tell other people.
Yeah, and then the next thing you know, you got a little business.
Yeah, you got
going.
You a little business. You can put some money in your pocket. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That was dope.
Because that's what we used to do. Like we used to find ways to be able to get some bread. Yeah. So I was like, so now when you come to me, you can say, hey dad, I want to get these shoes. They like $150. Yeah. Like, can you like help me out with like 50 or like
and
75?
Now I'm cool with
and now I'm like, oh, bet. So you gonna go in on it with me? Like, let's do it.
And you know what's so crazy? Because those principles are the principles that we have used to build the things that we've been building, right? Like
1000%.
We found a way to make things happen with just a little bit.
Yep.
We always are trying to enhance the things that we already have.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we're not always like quickly grabbing for things that we don't
or even going into complain. Like we don't really focus so much on the problems. We're more like solution oriented.
Yes. And I think that's the thing that I feel lends to people like wanting to join the Patreon, wanting to be of help to us because
even
they can
viewing,
see, even
taking time out of their schedule to be like, yo, I want to watch and see what these guys talk about today.
Man, it's so crazy. Yeah. Because we get a lot of messages from different people and that come to us and say, hey, like I really appreciate the stuff y'all doing and I'm taking heed to the growth that you guys are have going. So again, we thank you guys for this is our way to segue and to say thank you for viewing. Sure. Shout out to our Patreon members. Again, you can go to patreon.com/arise. We'll leave some links in the description and things like that. But again, without you guys, we wouldn't be able to power the platform in the way that we have been. We thank you guys for tuning in.
We'll have a name for y'all.
Yeah,
soon.
we
so there was two that popped in my head. Yeah. One of them I was like, nah. Yeah. But I was thinking the university.
I like that.
In the sense of like with the rise, I was like,
that is,
you know what I'm saying? So like y'all are our university members. Like y'all are at this is the university.
Yeah,
and
y'all we're all here learning together.
Y'all make up the university. We learn from y'all learn from us.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? The other one, I won't even say it because the university is tight. So I was like, so I was thinking that's what we call our followers is like y'all are the university.
Okay, if you guys like that, let us know. If you have some other ideas, you can let us know.
Yeah, drop them in
on that too. But again, we thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back with episode 20.
Yes.
We got some bonus stuff coming up for our Patreon members. Again, if you're interested in the other mediums that we do, we have arisemusic.com. You can go there and listen to albums from Stitch Early. I have an instrumental album up there from Sham Phoenix, and we're working on some Arise Collective projects that should be up very, very soon. We have
a website too.
Yeah, we have the website. We're going to be working on the website, arise.com. You'll be able to go there. We also help out with like graphic design and just design in general.
Media, things of that nature.
We're more like a creative firm like type of thing. So
exactly.
We got a lot of stuff on the rise. And again, you guys are helping to contribute to that. So we thank you again. Tune in for episode 20. We thank y'all for hanging out with us today. We will holler at y'all later. Peace.